Stevie Johnson, you're a three-time premiership player, mate. You're 3 goals down. It's a wonderful team effort.
I suppose you wouldn't expect anything else from this group. We knew it was going to take 4 quarters. We felt like we were in control in the first half, but we didn't put it on the board. But we fought at it. We knew if we kept going and going, we might be able to break them open. And this shows the character of the boys all over the ground. I thought everyone played their role and we got the result.
What about yourself, mate? This time a week ago, you're limping off the ground. You've kicked 4, you've won 3 flags. It's been an unbelievable week, even for you, Stevie.
I can't believe it, Howie. I know people say they're lost for words, but I really am. For me personally to even play today, I just feel so relieved, and there's a couple of guys that missed out, and I really wanted to play for them, and the team wanted to put in for them. It's been a massive team effort all year to get here, and we're just wrapped.
You're a star, mate, and Andy Mars with your coach.
Thanks very much, Howie. Can you believe this?
I can't. It's amazing. As you can hear, I've got no voice left. It's probably the best day of my life.
You've done it as a player. You were a Brisbane Lion man your whole life. It's taken you 12 months and a day here at the MCG today to become a Geelong legend. This is unbelievable.
No, I'm not a Geelong legend. These players are the legends. I'm just so blessed to be a part of such a remarkable group of players.
You've been embracing these blokes. There's been hugs all over the place. When you look around this group and when you've been seeing them all year, what does this group mean to you? When you look at them, what do you see?
I just see a group of competitors, people that are passionate about Geelong, and guys that do everything. They play the right way. They do everything for the club. And Darren Milburn and Cameron Mooney epitomise that. They're very disappointed individuals, but they put the club first. And I think the whole football world has more respect for them because of it.
You said this is the best day of your football life. You won multiple premierships as a player. Why is this more significant as a coach?
Because it's happening right now.
Yeah, that's a good answer. A very good answer. Mate, get back and enjoy this with them. Chris Scott, what a great story. Back to you, Howie.
I'm with Tommy Hawkins. Cam Mooney's off to the side in tears, hugging his teammate Joel Selwood. Hawks, she's an unbelievable day.
Oh, unbelievable. As you said, what a game. Still can't believe it, really. There's a lot of hard work gone into winning this today, and sorry.
You said you wouldn't do that this time.
Mate, this club's unbelievable to play for. It's just the ultimate.
Mate, your own game. You're out of this team last year. You have played one of the great finals and possibly your best game for the club on the biggest stage of all with your fellow forward out of the game, Podsy Adley.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously I'd love Pods to be there, but I've got to thank the coaching staff, mate. I've had a pretty down year, and they stuck with me, and I just can't be happier, mate.
You're on fire, Hawk. You're a 2-time premiership player, mate.
So they've done it in style, the Cats. Too old, too slow, many of us said. And they proved all the critics wrong this afternoon. The Cats win their 9th premiership cup in their illustrious history. Unfortunately, no fairy tale finish for Collingwood's legendary coach Mick Malthouse today. Many of the Collingwood players in tears.
It's hard watching that. He's shaking every player's hand there, and you can just see the emotion.
Geelong home by 38 points. It's time now for the post-match presentation.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed with the post-match presentations, we'd like to take a moment on behalf of the AFL Commission and everyone associated with our game to recognise the contribution over 40 successive years as a player and as a coach by Michael Malthouse. Big congratulations on an exceptional career which began as a player at St Kilda in 1972 before joining Richmond, being a member of their last premiership side in 1980. A coaching career which began with the Western Bulldogs in 1984, over to the West Coast Eagles and the 2 of their first premierships between 1990 and 1999. And then, of course, being appointed the coach of Collingwood in 2000 and leading the Magpies to the premiership team of 2010. We'd like you to accept our congratulations and thank you for what you've done for the game. We'd like to also acknowledge your wife Nanette and the family for their support and understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greats of the game, Mick Malthouse. Firstly, also we'd like to acknowledge our premier partner of the Australian Football League, Toyota, represented by Mr. David Butner, Senior Executive Director of Sales and Marketing. Thank you to Toyota for your outstanding support. A tough day for the Pies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the podium the Collingwood captain, Nick Maxwell.
Firstly, to our supporters, I'm sorry we let you down today, but I can promise you we'll be back better than ever next year. To the Geelong Football Club, you were clearly the best team when it mattered, and you deserve it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Nick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome former Essendon Premiership player and a man who won this medal, the Norm Smith medal, back in 1993. His name is Michael Long, to announce the winner of the Norm Smith medal of 2011.
And the winner of the Norm Smith medal is Jimmy Bartell.
First of all, I'd like to thank Collingwood. We have an incredible amount of respect for you, players, coaches and all your supporters. To all the Geelong boys and the coaches and everyone at Geelong, incredible year. Well done, fellas.
Well done, Jim. Of course, it's every young footballer's dream to be on this dais on this last Saturday, or first Saturday in October. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with much pleasure we welcome 22 participants from the NAB AFL Auskick program who will now present the Premiership medallions to each player of the Geelong Football Club. Number 3, Jimmy Bartell. Number 4, Andrew Mackie. Number 5, Travis Barco.
Helped set things up, boys, in the opening minutes of this match.
Yeah, what a dream for him. 3 goals for the day.
Yeah, kicked the first 2 goals for the Cats and was sensational. Had a quiet patch, but
Number 6,
such an important player. Really proud he should be of his efforts today.
Jimmy Bartell, by the way, joins a very select group of men who've won a Brownlow, a Norm Smith and a Premiership. James Hird amongst them, Chris Judd.
Love to see how Tommy Hawkins voted in for the Norm Smith. Yeah. I think very unlucky, along with Joel Selwood. Harry Taylor got off to a poor start, but what a second half he had, intercepting marks and probably playing his best game of the final series.
Number 8, Josh Hunt.
Josh Hunt wins his second flag. The only Geelong player to play in 07 and 08, but missed 09. Back from that long-term knee injury.
It's a great effort after a reconstruction. A player of his stature and size, and
Number 9,
plays a great
James
role
Kelly.
for Geelong, as does this man. A lot of people associated with Geelong think James Kelly will win their best and fairest this year. He's had an incredible season. He's been an All-Australian, and there was some contests today where he was just incredible. 13 tackles, James Kelly.
And how influential was this man in the third quarter? Finished with 25 disposals, 16 contested possessions. Just a big game player. Never rushes himself, never panics, and he was big today.
Number 12, Trent West.
What a progression for Trent West, the 23-year-old from Wonthaggi in his 4th season, drafted all the way back in 2005. The big blokes take a while, and gee, he picked his time.
And the next one is a really big story.
Number 13, Tom Lonergan.
Almost lost his life on the football field when he lost a kidney back in 2006. His first premiership medallion, and what a great job he did today.
Yeah, it took Chris Dawes right out of the contest for the bulk of it. I think Matthew Lloyd summed it up. We really don't
14,
pay the respect we should for Tom Lonergan. Great team-orientated player.
Must have gone very close, this man too, to the Norm Smith.
I just thought he and Bartel in the second quarter, when going against the flow, it was those two players who kept them in it. Tom Hawkins obviously dominated after
Number
that,
20,
but 28 disposals, 17 contested possessions. And this man, what about the courage and the self-belief he's got?
Kicked 4 goals after a knee injury that had to be, 3 or 4 weeks. It was in the regular season, and I think it'll be great to hear the story one day of just how bad it was,
Number
just exactly
22,
what he went through. And
Mitch Duncan.
as you said, the mental toughness of Stevie J, just an incredible performance.
And what an important goal from Duncan in the third quarter. We just touched on that. He's found the pace of the game's tough in finals footy, but he had a big goal in that third quarter.
And the next man, well, he's been a work in progress.
26, Tom Hawkins.
But he today came of age.
Oh, they had faith in him, the coaches, when many didn't. And those blue eyes are sparkling right now.
Could nearly be the best finals player for Geelong when they have their best and fairest night coming
Number
up.
27,
3 really
Matthew
consistent
Stokes.
performances.
This plays a great role for the side. He's an incredibly close mate of Cameron Mooney's. He went straight over to Moons after the final siren, chimed in for a goal, and just always does the right thing
Number
by the team,
28,
Matty Stokes.
Alan Christensen.
They've found a beauty here, haven't they? Just 20 years of age, made his debut back in round 2 and had a terrific final series.
And that mark over on the far wing will be remembered for a long time because it was an important
Number
stage
30,
to set up a goal.
Matthew Scarlett.
What can you say about him, Das? 14 seasons, 6-time All-Australian. What a legend.
I think we can say that we're looking at one of the greatest defenders the game has ever seen, alongside Stephen Silvani in recent years as the 2 best players in that position. Very few full-backs and defensive players have so
Number
much work
31,
put into them to try and take him out of the game. Matty Scarlett, superstar.
Not the way that the J-Pop would have expected to win a premiership medal, but I'm sure he won't be complaining. It is an extraordinary story, any which way.
And they may not have been here if it wasn't for James Podziar. They kicked 52 goals, and to be their fitness coach 2 years ago and now a premiership player on the field. And Paul Chapman, 24 disposals, was hard in the second half when they needed a lift from him.
Always delivers in grand final. He's a Norm Smith medalist from way back. Here's Paul Chapman. His 4th grand final with over 20 disposals, 24 in the end today.
Number 40, David Wojcinski.
I know the opposition rated this man very highly. He doesn't get an enormous amount of the footy, but what he does is always results in a goal. A couple of defensive marks were really crucial at a critical stage in this game.
He's the only Geelong player to play in 3 and win 3.
Corey Enright.
Darren Milburn would have mixed feelings, but he's such a great club man. Close friends with this man, Corey Enright.
And he continues to amaze, Corey Enright. I think he hasn't got leg speed, but you never see him get beaten.
The captain, Cameron Ling.
He'll be the mayor again, Money. Cameron Ling, I wonder if this will be his final match or not. Seems that way.
There's no reason why it should be unless he decides it's time. He had 20 disposals himself, played on Dane Swan, kept Dane Swan to 20. What a great performance.
Australian Football Hall of Fame legend, Premiership coach, Alex Cheselenko, to present the Jock McHale Medal to the coach of the 2011 Toyota AFL Premiership team, Chris Scott.
Just 35 years of age in his first season, Chris Scott. The greatest day of his life, he declared it. And a shake of the hand from the great goal kicker, Doug Wade. This is what it's all about.
Wow, thanks very much for coming down. Amazing day. To Collingwood, probably the best side of the last 2 years. Very formidable opponents. To our players, to our people at Geelong, we're extremely fortunate to be a part of the Geelong Football Club, and we should never forget it. I'd like to thank our major sponsor, Ford, the AFL's major sponsors, and everyone involved again with the Geelong Footy Club. Such a humbling experience being up here tonight. Thanks to everyone for coming.
I'd just like to back up Scotty and say a huge thank you to Collingwood. It was a terrific hard game of footy, which is what we expected. You're a fantastic football club and full of really good people, so bad luck, but thank you for the game. To all the Collingwood supporters and the people who turned up today, thank you as well. To our guys and all the coaches, all the staff, all the footy department people, all the players, thank you so much for the effort that you've put in all year. It's just an honour to work next to you guys, and I'm just so lucky to be a part of this group. To the AFL and its sponsors, and to the footy club and their sponsors, thank you for making this sort of thing happen. I'm just so very, very happy now. Thanks, everyone.
It was remiss of me to forget to mention two extremely important people at the Geelong Footy Club. Darren Milburn and Cameron Mooney are absolutely a part of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have much pleasure in inviting 1963 Geelong Premiership player and Australian Football Hall of Fame member Doug Wade to present the Premiership Cup to Cameron Ling and Chris Scott and the Geelong Football Club.
So the party started for the Cats. 3 premierships in 5 years.
And an amazing winning record as well, which just adds to the greatness, Quarters.
No one can doubt now that they are one of the greatest teams the game's ever seen. Right up there with the Brisbane Lions of the early 2000s, the Hawthorns of the 1980s.
It's worth giving that stat again. They've played in their last 121 games, they've won 105 of them.
So 99,500 people here today at the MCG have seen the Cats defeat Collingwood by 38 points. Mick Malthouse makes his way off the ground. Plenty more to come on our coverage this afternoon on 10. We'll go down to both the winners and the losers' rooms. But right now, it's all about those men. It's all about the Cats.